What up, y'all? Sweepy Love 22 here, back at it with another quick video, and you are officially now watching Painting with E. So let's get started. So for those of you that don't know, my real name is Erica and I am an artist, so that's where the whole Painting with E comes from. And today we're gonna do a little paint and sip. I mean, why not? A lot of us are still pretty much home every single day, homeschooling, home working, all that jazz. So I figured let's just jump and do a little paint and sip today. Yeah, so these are all the products that you will need, and this is the painting we're going to be doing today. Yeah, so let's just jump in. Oh, and I almost forgot, the most important part of this paint and sip is your sip. Cheers. Let's go. Alright, before we jump in, I just wanted to let you know these are the brushes I will be using. These are from Walmart. I believe they were only $3.99. And then this brush as well, I think I got from Walmart, not in the same pack, but also like, I don't know, $1. And then these little sponges here for your background, and I believe these were also maybe $3 from Walmart. So most of the products are super affordable. And also these are the brown colors I will be using here, or I'll put the picture somewhere here. These are the browns that I will be using for this particular piece. Alright guys, so we're just going to jump right in. I've already sketched my canvas out in pencil. It's just easier for me because if I make any mistakes, I can easily just erase it. Or you can start sketching it off in paint. It's whatever works easiest for you. I'm going to start by outlining this, and you guys can kind of just follow along as best as you can. We're going to start with the top of the hat. The best way I can describe it is it's like a C. It's like a C. So imagine putting a C like this. So yeah. Right, we got the C. Got the C. And then we're gonna do our little line across the hat. Another line across the bottom. Bow. And then you're gonna just bring a line from this bottom point here, bring it across. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, just have fun with it. All right, so from this bottom line here, bring it across to the end of the canvas. All right, now we're gonna do the floppy part of the hat, the cute part of the hat, the floppy part. We're gonna maybe a few inches down and kind of bring it down like underneath the nose. Like imagine the nose being there. And bring it back up. So we got our hat, y'all. It's coming together, and then a few inches down from there, we're gonna do the back part of the hat. Boom. Go around that earring. We'll touch on that later. Pop. And this is the other side of your hat here. Okay, it's coming together. It's coming together. All right, so now we're gonna do the outline of the skin. I'm gonna be using Real Brown. I actually get these paints from Walmart. They're super affordable, only 97 cents a piece. So yeah, don't get much cheaper than 97 cents. So we're gonna be using this one for her skin tone. Well, for my particular skin tone, but you can always use whatever brown works for you, boo boo. So let's get this going. And then, okay, so for the bottom half, the jaw, it's like, again, a C or maybe an oval shape, and we're just going to connect it to the hat. So imagine doing an oval shape sideways, if that makes sense, to connect it to the hat. So I'm going to start there, and let's oval it out. Sorry, that's my little rap ad-libs. Shout out to Epidemic Sounds. They be having really good beats that you can use pretty much for anything, but in particular for YouTube videos. Alright, so we got that part. Okay, now for the ears, you can just kind of, you know, do them round, you know, kind of just round it to the face, or however you feel comfortable. I'm just gonna kind of give it a little indent. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm just gonna bring it in and down. I'm just going to the bottom. I'm gonna skip this area here because that's what I'm gonna fill in with the earring. And then again here, we're gonna just kind of loop it around and down. Skip that part. Leave a little opening. Or if you can't leave an opening and you just need to seal it, sis, just seal it. You can always put color on top to, you know, fix that part. Alright, boom. Alright, now we're gonna focus on the neck and shoulders. Start kind of like from the middle of that jawline, like middle part. And then you bring it down. Kind of loop it around. And bring that down. Okay. We're going to do the same here. Try to find that middle part. I'm going to go about right there. Bring it down. Have that long neck, you know what I'm saying? That long, sexy neck or whatever. Bring it down to the shoulders. You know. Bring it over. And down. Okay, so I almost forgot. For the tank top, y'all. For the tank top. Alright, so these are just like your basic little straps, spaghetti straps. So we're just going to bring it down. And kind of like a heart, I guess, the top of the heart. Just think of this top part like the top of the heart. You know, this is your cleavage area. And then we're going to do the same thing here. Bring it down and around. Alright, boom. And then again for this side here, is your other strap. Just going to bring it down and around. And if you're finding it difficult to do these straps, you don't have to do it at all. You can just have the whole bottom half brown. So that, you know, this piece here is just optional if you don't want to add a tank top or top or whatever this is here. Because ain't no bottom, so we don't know if it's a tank top or if it's a dress or whatever. Alright, and then the cleavage part will make that darker with the paint. Alright, so now that we got the outline down, we can start coloring in. We can get into the fun part. I think for my hat, I'm going to be using a brown to give it more of an authentic, real, summery, spring look. So I'm going to be using the classic caramel. Yeah, and I'm going to be using the bigger brush from that pack. I think this is the biggest one, number 12. So yeah, there I go. I'm doing mine brown, but of course you can do yours any color. When I initially did this with some friends before stuff hit the fan in the world, I actually did mine black. But I'm gonna do this one brown this time. I'm trying to pull, you know, that springtime summer look. You know what I'm saying? Because girl, it is on the way. It is on the way. And if you want yours to look really even and polished, once you finish the color completely, you can always kind of go over it with a little bit more paint on your brush and just smooth it out. That way it can look a little bit more seamless. Or you can leave it with the strokes because it would look more authentic to, you know, those real floppy hats. So I'm just going to go right in with the brim of the hat in the same color. But if you want yours to be two-tone, sis, let it be two-tone. You guys, remember, this is your artwork. You have fun with this. You do how you want to do it because it's art and there are no rules most times. Most times. I miss doing stuff like this before the world went cuckoo and doing, although a lot of places have now opened up. Of course, you got to do it with mask, but I just miss breathing air. You know what I'm saying? I miss like breathing outdoor air. You know, I miss smelling people's perfumes. Like, I can't even smell my own. I bought some new perfumes during the holidays and I can't even smell mine unless I'm in the house wearing it. Or just sprayed it on, but you know, we all in masks, so yeah, but you know, we still here, so let's be thankful. We still here. If you here, you see this video and you paint with me, you better thank them. You better thank them. I made a little mistake, but that's cool because we're gonna cover that up with the brown paint. So yeah, if you make a mistake, if you color outside the line, sis, it's okay. Girl, it's okay. All right, this you, boo. It's fun coloring outside the line sometimes, so don't even worry about that. It's always fixable. Okay, remember to always clean your brushes in between. I just have mine a cup of water in here, always clean in between, and of course wipe it on a paper towel or old rag. I'm gonna go here with the brim. My brim, or not brim, what do you call this? The middle piece of the hat. I'm gonna do mine in black. And we're just gonna color it in, girl, just like a little fun coloring book, you know what I'm saying? That's all we doing. Little paint, little silk, you know what I'm saying? Good vibes, good music. Let's go. Nothing too serious. Nothing too serious for the girls and boys. Alright, so I just cleaned my brush, and with a clean brush, I'm going to use the same one, number 12. I'm going to go in and color her skin tone. I'm going to use mine. I'm going to use a real brown because I feel like, you know, I feel like that's closest to my skin tone or whatever. So that's what we're going to do. Okay guys, so I completely almost forgot the mouth area. I'm going to be using bright magenta for her lips, but you're welcome to use whatever color you like. You can use red, blue, purple, orange, whatever. Whatever works for you. And I'm going to be using brush number 6. Brush number 6. It's one of the smaller brushes. And it's like a heart. That's the best way I can just explain how to do the lips. It's like a heart. So I'm just going to start here. Go over. And I'm going to do the other side. And bring it down. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I actually struggle with creating lips on many of my art pieces. I am not the greatest when it comes to human features, real human features. Now if it's cartoon, yeah. So just do however it works for you. That's pretty much it. And then of course you can color it in. When coloring it in, and actually I'm switching to brush number 8. Brush number 8. I have a line there, but I might actually just paint over that. Alright, now that we did the lips, that's for the fun part. Let's get this melanin popping. Alright, so just take your time around the lip area. If you want, you can switch to a smaller size brush. I'm going to try to do this with the brush I'm using now, which is the number 8. Let's see if we can do it. Ah! Like a little mustache. There we go. Don't slip on the trip. Don't slip on the trip. Now again, if you don't like how it looks like a lot of lines, you can go over with a bigger brush or with the brush you're using and just kind of smooth over that paint you just laid down, and it helps to smooth out your strokes. Alright, so I'm going to move back to the number 12. Since it's a larger area, you can cover more work with a larger brush, of course. Tempo, can you keep up with my tempo? Tempo, yeah, blowing up, C4. I just hit the Mike Jackson on my tiptoes. Oh yeah, I know we go wherever that wind blows, the endo. Alrighty guys, so we are gonna go in here and make the bottom half of your hat. I'm gonna use the same color I used for the top. I'm just gonna make it darker, and to make it darker we'll do 2 layers. So the first layer, of course, is going to be very light. It's going to be the same as here. Oh, and I'm using the number 12 brush. And we're just going to fill this all in. It's okay if you go over your guideline, which is that black part. We can always go in with the black paint again and go over it. Let's go around your ear. You don't want to block your ear. Alright, so before I continue on here, I'm gonna do the earring part, and I'm gonna be using gold. You can use any gold. This one I actually get from Michael's, and this color is gold, or oro, I don't know, but this is the gold that I'll be using for the earring. Of course, you don't have to use gold. You can use whatever you like. I just happen to do gold because I like gold. So we're going to, I'm using the smaller brush for this, number 6. And it's right in the middle of her ear. And we're just going to go down. Again, it's kind of like in a C motion. Just bring that down. And go under the hat here and connect it. All right, once you got your outer part, then kind of trace the other side. Or if you want, you could just use a thick brush and just circle that bad boy, if that makes sense. Use a thicker brush and just kind of, with a little bit more paint on your brush, and just one swoop, you know, I'm sorry about the sound effects, but that's the best way I could describe it. Or if you're like super meticulous like me, you can do the outer line and then the inner line. Meticulous? Is that the word I want to use? Alright, so we're just going to color in that earring like so. Bingo. Alright, now we're doing the same here in the middle of the ear hole. Or like I said, you can get a thick, see, oh, I did it right this time. A good thick amount of paint, and then kind of push hard on your brush, and it will give you the hoop without having to try too hard. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna try to get better at explaining what I'm doing, but you know what I mean. It's a circle, okay? It's a C, it's a hoop. You just push hard on the brush if you want it to like push out more paint, if that makes sense. I'm trying to make it make sense, y'all. I'm trying to make it make sense. And then we just go over it again to get that dark color. Get that go-go, you know what I'm saying? Get that go-go. There we go. Alright, so now that we have filled in our hoops, we can do the rest of this here. Alright. Now, I almost forgot yet again, her ear. We need to color her ear in. So, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and get the same color brown that you're using for your skin tone and color her ear in. Alright, so now I'm going back in to finish the hat using the number 12 brush. Alright y'all, so my battery died and while the battery was charging, I actually went in and made this a little bit darker. It's a little darker than I wanted it, but I still like it, you know what I'm saying? We all love chocolate or whatever, so I'm gonna leave it as is. And to make it smoother so it doesn't have so many stroke marks, I used a flatter brush. This one's actually an Artist Loft brush from Michaels. I got this from Michaels. They do sell these at Walmart as well, but this particular one is an Artist Loft from Michaels, and it's like really thin, and it's good for making even strokes to kind of get rid of the strokey lines. So I did that while my battery was charging. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little shadowing underneath the neck area, because you know we all got a little shadow under here. So I'm going to do a little shadowing here. Oh, and also when the battery was charging, I went in here with a smaller brush. I believe I used my number 6 brush, and I just went along the line here and made that darker because I lost some of that when I was painting the hat. So you can always go in and make your line darker, whatever color you want it to be. Mine was already black, so I just went in and made it a little darker. If yours is blue, purple, green, orange, you just go in with whatever desired color and just make it darker if you accidentally painted over it while painting your hat. Or you can leave it as is. Remember, this is how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? There's really no rules. So like I said, we're going to go in here, make this a little shadowing, and her top in the background, then we're done. Alrighty, so for the shadowing under the neck area here, I'm going to use melted chocolate, and I'll be using my number 8 brush. And I'm just going to try to find my original jawline. I kind of lost it while, you know, painting it. So hopefully this is a dark enough color. We're going to find out, aren't we? Oh, it's a little bit darker. Right now it looks like it's blending in a lot because my brown is very dark, but once this brown dries, it's going to stand out a little bit more. We just want a kind of a thin line underneath, you know, because when the light is shining on your face, there's always a little shadow underneath. So I'm just going to do a little line underneath there. And I'm going to use that same color for the cleavage area because, again, we lost the cleavage when I added the color. So we're going to do, again, like a half C. So, you know, our beginning of a heart. That's what we're going to call it. Like the top of a heart or the out part of a C. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go in now and make this a little bit darker because the under part of your hat is always darker, especially under the sun. So I think I'm gonna go in with my flat brush and just make this just a little bit darker here. And I'm gonna go back with the original color I used, which was the caramel. And the flat brush really helps, again, like I said earlier, with smoothing out your strokes. For this one, I'm gonna go back and forth with the 12 and this one, just to kind of get close into these corners. Now guys, for the fun part, I'm going to be doing my top, and I'll be using the number 12 brush. Here's that number 12. And I'll be using Caribbean, which is more like a turquoise, kind of similar to the color top I'm actually wearing now. But this will be the color of my top. Of course, you can use whatever color that floats your boat for spring, boo. I'm actually going to color over that initial outline because your top actually covers your skin. So, you know, your brown skin is, or your skin is never on top of your outfit, so, or your strap. So we're going to just paint that over blue and have fun with it. Guys, so we're pretty much done. We're gonna do the background, or you can leave yours as is and then you can be all done, but don't forget to sign it at the end. You know, you gotta sign your piece, your work, you know what I'm saying? But I'm actually gonna do mine background. I'm gonna be using blue. I'm going to be using blue. This is an Artist Loft blue. It's Azul Blue, which is pretty much just your dark royal blue. I got this particular blue from Michael's, but they do have a similar Azul dark blue from Walmart as well. That's super cheap. And then I'll be using white paint. This is from Walmart, of course. This is from Walmart, of course. So I'll be putting the blue on top and then adding a little bit of white to make it kind of look like a realistic sky, and then we done. I'm gonna go in with my wide brush yet again, but you are more than welcome to use one of these if you did get these from Walmart for your background. I think I'm just gonna go with my brush for now, and yeah, let's go. I'm gonna use my 12 to kind of get closer around that hat. So we're pretty much done. I got a little white on my wide brush, and I'm just gonna kind of like go back and forth, just random, you know, until we done. Really no rhyme or rhythm for this. I'm just kind of going in wherever with it. Giving it a whiskey. What's on my mind today? Wispy. Okay, so this is still a little bit wet. So I'm gonna go over here, but it's okay if it's a little bit wet, you know? It's fine. Alright guys, so this part right here is going to be super optional, and because I can never leave well enough alone, I'm going to be adding a gold necklace just for the heck of it. Yeah, if you don't have gold paint and you want to give it some type of jewelry, maybe you can do silver. You can always mix black and white together and you can get silver that way, or you can get gray. More white, if you add more white, it'll look a little bit more silvery. But I actually have my gold, the same gold from the earrings, so I'm just gonna go in with that. And I'm just gonna start right here where it kind of folds. And actually I'm gonna start right here. And I'm just gonna do a light line so I can kind of know where I'm going. And again, the same area. I just felt like she was missing something. Like when I leave the house without my necklace, I'm always like, I'm missing something. Sis was missing something, so that's what I had to give her something. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so now that we have the base, we can kind of do circular motions if you want. Like this. Just kind of go around that line. Alright y'all, so this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this lovely paint and sip with me, and until next time, keep it creative.